I want to play a very quick clip of Kamala Harris, who was down in Florida today. Again, we were just talking about that. She was at an abortion rally, reproductive freedom rally, they call it. Play clip number 13.
Donald Trump's friends in the United States Congress are trying to pass a national ban. And understand, a national ban would outlaw abortion in every single state, even in states like New York and California.
All right, can you say liar? That's not happening. But what is happening is the Democrats have put forward, in fact, even under Nancy Pelosi passed it, but it didn't get through the Senate, the Women's Health Care Act, which would eliminate, just like Representative Beltran talked about in Florida, eliminate every pro-life law across the country and enshrine abortion up until birth. You cannot believe a word they're saying, all right? And you can quote me on that. Okay. Despite word from House Democrat leaders that they will not participate in facilitating the chaos that Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to create in the House by pushing forward with a motion to vacate House Speaker Mike Johnson, she announced today that she's going to move forward with her effort next week. Well, it's clearly going to fail without a strong majority of Democrats and Republicans being for it. So far, only three Republicans have come forward and said that they would support this effort. Well, joining me now to discuss this and more is Congressman Mark Alford. He serves on the House Armed Services Committee and the House Agriculture Committee. He represents the 4th Congressional District of Missouri, and he joins me by phone off the House floor as the House has been voting this afternoon. Congressman Alford, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Thank you. Good to be with you, Tony.
So, by the way, we were tracking the anti-Semitism measure passed the House. That's a good move. That was a strong statement, a bipartisan statement. Now goes over to the Senate. Give us your thoughts on what's happening on these college campuses across the country.
Tony, I've never seen anything like it in my life. And I think we talked last October, after October 7th, of course, and when these anti-Semitism pronouncements started to come out, and it was becoming more rapid and more vocal. I couldn't believe it. I knew anti-Semitism existed, of course, but I didn't know it was this deep-seated. And I think now we are starting to see the true evil that exists, not just in this nation, but I think all over the world. The evil of Satan and his animosity towards God's chosen people. And I think what you're seeing now is a combination of things. I think it's students who are largely ignorant of what they're talking about when they talk about from the river to the sea. They can't even name what the river or the sea is. And I think really ignorant as to what they're saying. I'm hoping there's a great level of ignorance, but I do think there's some hatred there.
Yeah.
I think there is hatred and jealousy, all these things that Satan stirs up in our lives. And to add to that, the professional agitators put forth by Soros and other of his ilk who are trying to divide our country.
Right.
This whole division that's caused by the side of evil.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. We cannot look at this apart from the spiritual nature of it as well. Now, let's talk about division for just a moment. You've been very critical of any motion to vacate the speaker in the current climate. Marjorie Taylor Greene says she's moving forward next week. What do you say to that?
I think it's a mistake. I've said it's a mistake all along. I think Mike Johnson is a man of God with integrity, doing the best he can under the circumstances of a 2-seat majority. And I can't get a straight answer as to who would they replace him with, who could get the necessary votes to pass the legislation meaningful that could advance us forward as a nation. There is no answer to that. I think this is just causing further disruption and chaos within our conference, within our body. And at this time, when we do not have an effective leader in the White House, someone has to lead. And we need to let our elected leader, Mike Johnson, actually lead. And that means when you have a leader, someone's got to follow. and we've got to put our pride aside. Yes, principles do matter, but I'm challenging everyone in our conference to search their hearts. Are they making decisions based on principle, or is it pride?
Right. Are some of your colleagues getting a little tired of what I would describe as hostage taking? Marjorie Taylor Greene is holding the House hostage by this motion to vacate.
Tony, I can only speak for myself, because to tell you the truth, I don't really. We had a Bible study today in Tim Walberg's office. 5 or 6 of us get together every Wednesday, and we did talk a little bit about this, the frustration. But other than that, I really don't talk to other members about it. I will tell you how I personally feel is I did not give up my career and my security and campaign for 2 years and invest a lot of time and attention away from my family to come up here and deal with this almost like a kindergarten atmosphere. We are better than this as a nation. And I came up here to get things done.
Yeah, I understand the frustration. Many of your colleagues feel the same way. Congressman Mark Alford, always great to talk with you. Thanks so much for stepping aside from the House floor to talk to us this afternoon.
Thank you. God bless, Tony.